But it seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52, and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And look at this. Right away, loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They didn't want to crash in the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 24 now, here's a second down and 9. Here's McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Carrington. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, right at the 40. McCarthy off the play fake. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking in the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll pitch it out here. Oh, what a move. And they'll get it down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field in the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a 1st down.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. Now they'll change things up. On play action, McCarthy. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Bradley Chubb, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And a good game here with 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing is McCarthy. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Vikings have struck first in this NFC title game. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Throw left side complete. That's Yates. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
A throw right side caught by Neighbors. still going. Inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Malik Neighbors, 63 yards. And the Giants are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. And they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard it, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive side, that's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll try the left side. Carrington. And he's able to work his way down inside the line zone to the 19-yard line. Between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too.
And he will score. Touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Ole Miss. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try to keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
14, Giants 6.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw, Ritter. That is caught. And he will have the Giants first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Desmond Ritter scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Giants are back within a couple of the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go around. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll run on first down. Carrington. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now McCarthy. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackle there. They'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Carrington. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To the air with McCarthy. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
First down, Carrington. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Escapes the defender. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Wright. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Ritter with it after the play fake. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Ritter back to throw. Trying for Wright, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Looking to throw McCarthy. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there for Minnesota. 55 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the Oak Lakes. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Ritter to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Ritter. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. That's complete to Jalen Hyatt. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down with Wright. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 2nd and 5. Ritter now. His throw incomplete.
He's been reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. That play simply dropped him.
3rd and 5. The slot man in motion right.
Ritter from the gun on 3rd down.
Flushed out right. He finds his man complete. It's Yates. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
They'll work the middle here with Wright.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Oh, that would go right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
But what looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Here's Ritter. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Ritter from the gun.
Touchdown, Giants! A great play there in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half.
These two teams in this 1st half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the 1st half as they'll kick this one away.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game. He takes a big shot there on the return.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Second down in the yard. They'll go again here with Wright. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll give this to Wright, running right. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Running lane's running pretty good in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's the precursor of a big second half.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 4.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out. We're not allowing to cut upfield.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
A give up the middle to right. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now 2nd and 9. Ritter will set up to throw it.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 52 yards.
And the Giants are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 58 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here's McCarthy. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Ritter off the play fake.
He'll buy some time right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. And he will take this one. It's a touchdown. They'll try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
From the 29, here's second down and 7. Ritter.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it well across across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Down the left sideline. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
34.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
McCarthy off the play fake. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Vikings send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And taken right at the 35. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Buying time to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It's starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Back to throw, Ritter. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 18 there, the Giants have a first down. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That gives some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly. He got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
That one finds Hyatt.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Ritter back to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain. On defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Carrington. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
In motion right is Addison. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll run on first down. Carrington.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. How about this? Racing to the end zone. Touchdown.
A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates as things have been here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
On play action, here's Ritter. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Vikings continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now they can't bring him down.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against, too.
That's a good way of putting things out. It's not turnovers because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, running through the game plan actually work. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing on second and long. Ritter. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ritter to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now inside the 25.
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night.
And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And he's going to get in for the score, and the lead now cut to 14.
42.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, All you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? The Vikings on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
To the air with McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
This is 1st and 10.
Ritter. Escaping the pressure right.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts in the middle of the field. That should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Here comes 2nd down. Ritter looks to throw it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but you know this is definitely 4th down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here's Ritter.
That is caught, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now Ritter.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
He sets to fire deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Jalen Hyatt, 50 yards. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And able to take it past the 25 and to the 28-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run it. That is intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is right.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. And we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Here's 2nd down. They'll go right back to right. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. On the handoff, it's right.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Now 2nd and 4. They'll run with Wright.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's 3rd down. Here's Ritter.
Eluding the pressure right. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for two.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That is into the hands of Hawkinson downfield.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Forget about matriculating the ball down the field at this point in the game. They needed a big chunk, and they got one. And now, you're one completion away from giving your kicker a chance to win the game.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that changes everything here in OT.
Will Weicker at the kickoff for the Vikings.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't settle things. It's going to take overtime to figure out who wins the George Halas Trophy and punches their ticket to the Super Bowl.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like the defense has got it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a position.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
Oh, what a time to come up with a play like that. Remember, though, with the updated playoff rules, you can't win it on this drive. But you sure can give yourself a leg up if you can finish this one off in the end zone.
A good opening drive so far here in overtime, looking to put the pressure on with a touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Going play action. Ritter.
Pass across the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if you go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? Now, it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre, with the Vikings, has the destiny, but they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done, and in overtime go on to the Super Bowl. They won that one. They beat the Colts.
Yeah, a couple of the more memorable ones for sure. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's just trying to win his guys to an overtime victory. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try and run for this with Wright. And Harry going nowhere from the start as he's back in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sled. They lose a yard there on 3rd. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there.
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Ritter now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
A touchdown does not end it, remember, but it sure would give them a leg up. It's 1st and goal here. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to 16-yard line. And that was nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on 2nd down here. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back runs defensively with the sack on 1st and goal. Great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Third and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. Here's Ritter. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. So that one, his fourth touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
63, Vikings 56.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
They're on the 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, in the regular season, they would already be celebrating. Not so simple here in the playoffs. Now they also need to make a defensive stand if they want to pick up the victory.
Yeah, I'm sure the team will be in favor of just taking the win right now. But in a small way, those defenders also kind of happy for the world change because now, on the big stage of postseason, they're the ones who can come out here and lock down the victory.
McCarthy off the play fake. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's another first down as they bring up 23 more on that one. Well, what a game this has turned out to be here. Second possession of overtime. Obviously, Charles, they need the touchdown. And now looking pretty good here in the red zone.
And in addition, they face a very important decision if they do reach the end zone. Kick the extra point, take the tie, and send this game to sudden death. Or go for 2 and let it come down to one last 2-point try.
And the Vikings are going to set up the first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. There as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Throwing is McCarthy. Zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And they don't get it. They try for the 2-point conversion.
conversion there, but unsuccessful.
The Giants are the champions of the NFC. As we say, thanks for watching, and good night.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.